Hello, nutty knotters. Today it's a bit different than what we usually do. We should be doing knitting as we did the double trouble, the treble crochet last week. But for the sake of completion, I thought it would be nice to join the two triangle, increase and decrease in knitting, to have some kind of sequence. So that's what we're going to do today. So obviously we could stitch it. If you feel like stitching the two triangles together, feel free. So I've got my triangles here. 1, 2, and I'm going to join the diagonal. Right, so they're going to be like that. I hope it makes sense. And they're not the same size. But that's not, we'll deal with that. So we could stitch them. We could single crochet them, go through the two and do single crochet. We could pick up some stitches and knit them. One row of knit stitch and a cast off, and you can do that. But my choice is to do a row of slip stitch all the way across, another row of slip stitch on the all the way across the other triangle, and then do a row of single crochet across, because that would show the history. We made them individually and we joined them. So that explains, okay, increase, decrease. I don't know if the increase and decrease process will show. I don't think it will. But it's a little reminder that it was two individual exercise. So I'm going to go with it. If you can get a smaller crochet that you used so far, I'm using 450. If you've got a 3, would be, to give you some space. So I'm going to go slowly about it. I'm sure I'm going to struggle at the time. And this is what we're going to do this week. So first I'm going to attach my yarn on the first crochet, and I'm going to use the inside leg. I won't use the two legs, because according to my experience, because I had to go earlier, and it's a bit tricky. So I'm just going to use the inside leg of the V next. It will come next to the bump that we're going to use for the second triangle. Right, so the first leg is here. There we go. So I cross the yarn to my work. Here we go. So just do some slip knot. So slip knot. You go into the work. If you let me. You bring the yarn back and you go through the previous stitch. That's it. In the work, bring the yarn back through the previous stitch. Now, if you do yarn over, it becomes a single crochet. Right, my difficulty is I've got 2 yarns, because my yarn is doubled. No, My yarn, my grey yarn is double, but my red yarn, I'm using 2 yarns together. But I only go to one leg of the V's. And I'm single crochet. That's what we call the muscle memory, when the body remembers something it did before. And if you're not paying attention, it will go back to what is familiar. No. And sometimes you stop and you look at your work, and I think that should make a nice little, yeah, that was a single crochet. I carry on, unless it was just the yarn. But I think it was a single crochet. So I hope everybody's well. That you manage to do what you want to do. That you do what you love doing. And that you're surrounding that lovely souls. And if you haven't got all these 3 together, please, please, please bask, remain, enjoy what you have, be grateful. Gratitude is a way to ease the soul. Last stitch. Oop. It's a bit stubborn, and I'm nearly out of the frame. Right, so I'm going to add the second one to the first one. So where's my yarn? Here. So I'm going to use, see, I had the V's because I cast off. It's the last row. It's the last row, yeah. But this one is the bumps of the cast on. So I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to do 1 stitch, 1 chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work. And I'm going to use the bumps of the cast on of the other one. And I'm going to carry on my merry way. At the moment, I'm looking for, I'm going to use this video for myself. Haha. I'm looking for primary school or secondary school who would be interested in after school clubs like fiber craft. After school clubs. So from 4 to, I don't know, 4 to 6, 4 to 5. Not on Monday because you usually have the bank holiday and it's, yeah, trying to just avoid the Mondays. So if you know any primary schools, I've been emailing, I don't know, 60 of them so far, out a list of a long list, so I'm knowing at it. But if you know any primary school or secondary school from year 6, I think. I used to teach languages from from the age of 3-year-old in preschool. But I think craft it's a bit more difficult. I mean, it's difficult for adults, so you know. So yeah, I'm throwing that in the. I'm throwing a stone in the pond. See what happens. Right, so we've done our slip stitch. So now the plan is to do the single crochet. So we turn the work again. Am I doing a single crochet here? I'm going to chain one. Yes. Okay, and I'm going to pick in the inside leg of the slip stitch. So you put the yarn away, and it's not willing to go away. I think that the first one is a bit tricky. Then you just go your merrily way. You don't want this one? Oh, let's take this one then. No, come on, I want this one. I want this one. Come on. Yes. So you pick in the work, you bring the yarn back, yarn over through 2. Pick in the work. Right, because I'm not the same length, I'm going to need to stitch at some stage. I'm going to need to cheat at some stage, meaning 2 of these will have to go in one of them. And we're going to do that right now. So the 2 next will go in this one. Oh joy, I'm still in frame. I'm going to do that for a while until I feel like it's going to fit. Another couple, and we'll look at the work in a minute, how it's behaving. Right, so as you see, it kind of fits now, so we're going to carry on just stitch by stitch. Yes, I could re-knit the crochet, but I didn't want to. So basically you crochet until the end, single crochet till the end of the diagonal, you do a slip knot, yarn through, and what they call it, fasten off. And again, it's one method, and I thought it would be nice for the logic, the sequence of events, because we were doing square, and yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna be fair here. My son was editing the video and he said, "Mum, that would be a good idea, because how do you turn triangle in squares? It's a blanket of squares." So it's his fault. Thank you, son. These youngsters, they're full of good ideas. Nearly there. This video is a bit challenging because it's a bit tight. It's a bit tricky to, yeah. So it's going to be a short one. In the principle, we've done slip knots, but not as many, and single crochet. but in the realization, in the making, it's a bit. So that's done. So it goes in there. And the last one, it's in there, in this one, and the last one here. No. And even if you want to teach it, you're still aware of this method for another project in the future. And you know, it's nice to be, it's not because you don't want to do it. It's if how that it's not because you won't use a technique that it's not nice to have it, to be exposed to it. And I'm going to use this one to make a slip knot to finish. So I'm going to get in the V, do a single crochet, and like chain one, but that's it. That's the end of it. Ooh, well, that was challenging for me. I don't know about you guys. Right, and when they say fasten through, they mean pull your yarn through and pull, and that's it. So I'm going to show you where I am so far in the blanket. So this is week 13. Right, my dear, I mentioned that early before, but it's okay. Ooh, I've got one missing. I have the treble crochet missing. Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of a... Right, so we started with garter stitch. And I thought... It's all tangled and... I don't know why they're there, but they're there. I thought I'm going to do the Fibonacci sequence. Nature is made, the blueprint of nature is the Fibonacci sequence. You take the rose petal, you take a snails, you say, well, all the shell in the seashells. We started by the garter stitch. We carried on with the pearl stitch, knit and purl. We carried on with one knit, one purl. I want to call that stockinette, but that could be stockinette, that could be stockinette, and that could be the rib stitch. And you can choose the number of 2 knit, 2 purl, 4 knit, 4 purls, and that's usually used with the cuffs and the bottom of a sweatshirt, jumper, or a collar. So that was neat. So that I was starting up, and we were knitting. Then I did the basket weave. Again, combination of what we knew. So just practice, but different way for not being bored and to learn stitches. Garter stitch, stockinette, rib, basket weave. Le poinderie or moth stitch. I love this one. And then we were very brave. Cables, basic cables. That was something. And then I thought, hang on, how long will I wait for the crochet people to get on with it? Or just hang on a minute, what about us? So I decided to alternate. And we did single crochet. And then we alternate single crochet, knitting. Crochet, knitting. And we learn one to increase and one to decrease. And what a better way to join knitting with crochet. Yeah, it's not the same shape, but we're learning. It's fine. It's part of the process. So you see the Fibonacci sequence. It's a spiral starting with it that way. Google it. And we have half a double crochet here. That's what happened. Okay, single crochet, increase, double crochet or half a double crochet, decrease. I should have double crochet and treble crochet, or no, double crochet and decrease. Okay, I'm confused now. I repeat that. Garter stitch, stockinette, rib, basket weave, moth stitch or poinderie, cable, single crochet, increase, double crochet, decrease, and what's missing is half a double crochet. And we carry on. I'll have to cheat with I'll have a think. Okay, I'm just going to say goodbye here. Thank you very much, and I hope you understand and that was clear enough for you to manage to join your two triangle. Okay, thank you very much. Have a lovely week. Take care of each other, take care of yourself, and do what you love. Make your day yours. Bye bye, naughty knotters.